Hello everyone and welcome to July's Discover Education Specialist Community Podcast. Amazing how we are marching towards the end of July and into the summer holidays, and the weather is absolutely fantastic. In fact, it's so hot around our way that the Jehovah's Witnesses are now telemarketing. Anyway, moving on. A few bits around sessions. We're going to talk a little bit about marketing, some paid PD opportunities, and any other business as well. I know that with these podcasts, you don't get an opportunity to Q&A at the end. I do find that you do tend to contact me and speak in detail about different things that you want to discuss, so that's fine. But hopefully, again, I'm just asking if this podcast format is working for you, then great. If it isn't, please let me know. It's very difficult to solve everyone's problems, but it seems that most people are happy. So, moving firstly to our survey results. I'm going to put these together after this month. So the evaluations, as you know, have been trimmed down. I'm going to look at the content of those for the end of July, and I'll be feeding back to you guys. Anecdotal feedback is very positive. But let's just keep adding fresh content to our sessions. A good example is the wonderful movie trailer that Justin Heath supplied to us. That's now on the Desk website, and you can use that. I've seen it put into action with Justin himself, and it had a really, really positive feedback. So just keep thinking about mixing things up, particularly now that we're getting into a year and a half into them, perhaps seeing you once and you're coming again. Let's really drill down what's important to them. I'm going to spend this summer having a look at some content that I can add as well. I've had some hits and some misses with different audiences, so I'll obviously choose the hits and put those onto the desk for you, and you can cherry pick those as you wish. And you have all been so kind as well, sharing your great slides and ideas for little starters. So let's keep that going, because that air of collaboration is so important. On that note of collaboration, again, the WhatsApp group that a lot of you are on, it seems to prove very successful. If anybody's changed their mind about the WhatsApp, if they would like to join, do let me know. You can remove yourself as quickly as you add yourself, but it'd be a shame if you're missing out on some great conversation. And if you want to speak to anyone who's on it, I can name some names, or I'm sure some people put themselves forward. It's just a good place to share ideas and get some good things for your sessions and beyond. Just want to cover a couple of bits with sessions generally. The operations 5-minute chat that we are looking to have at the end of the sessions. I keep speaking to Rosie and the team. We seem to be okay with this. I know it was a bit wobbly at first. Some of the team weren't available and we had a few hiccups, and they will continue here and there. But just to put it into context, when the operations team are trying to get hold of the schools to talk about authentication and passwords and just make the service as accessible as possible to them. So when you do go in and do your session, you are going in to train them on great ways of using Espresso in the classroom, not spending half an hour walking through how to put it on computers. That's the idea. Operations team could be making 10 to 15 calls and emails before they get through. So just having you there and being able to say, look, I'm just going to ring this number. They're just going to go for a quick checklist. Can you please just spend 5 minutes? And they can do that. It's just so valuable. But again, feedback to me if you're finding that there's issues or there's never anyone there or whatever, just do let me know. Let's keep that conversation going. It's very important. But the operations team really, really value the fact that you are doing this. So thank you from them and from me. Cancellation tasks. Some of you wanted these mixing up a little bit. I know it's been death by daily challenges for some of you. We've offered a list of schools to drum up sessions. Some of you found this really useful, and I want to make this as part of a cancellation task. So basically, if you are wanting to spend that cancellation time ringing a number of schools in your area to see if you can get sessions booked in for yourself, obviously these are sessions that you're going to deliver, then I think that is a good use of time. So I'm prepared to allow that in a cancellation task. Richard will give you some specific schools. You might know some of them, so it might be an easy win. But if you were to get through, 10, 15 calls in that time, I think that would be a really good hit rate of you getting some sessions booked in for Richard to put in the system, and it starts filling your diary. Just trying to see different ways in which we can support making sure these schools are taking their entitlement sessions. This is, again, purely optional. It might not be something you want to do. Some of you don't like hitting the phones, and that's okay. If you want to do the ringing outside of a cancellation task, again, Richard is happy to offer some lists to you. We can't unfortunately pay you for those. It is self-generating your business, but that is an open offer as well. As we know, schools are very tricky to get hold of, and the more we can do to support getting these sessions in, the better. So just an offer there, but the cancellation task, I think, is a perfect opportunity to build some sessions in. Another area of work stream is mini projects that keep appearing, and these are a whole host and range of things that are cropping up, partly to do with the investment, because we're looking at different models of business that we can work with the schools on. It could be course writing, it could be evaluation of potential products coming up, or looking at reflections on how we can change Espresso or the current services, etc., etc. There's all sorts of bits and bobs. And if it's a very specific skill set I'm looking for, then I will contact people directly. However, if it isn't, and I'm just looking for general opinions and thoughts, then I will email out. And I find that people are very good at getting back, and I'm doing a first come, first served basis. To me, that seems fair. Hopefully to you guys, it is as well. Maybe if you think, well, actually, James, you send me an email at 9:30 in the morning and I'm well into my sessions by then, or, you know, it's not really an applicable time. Could you send it maybe 6 in the evening, and then everyone gets a chance to quickly receive that email and respond back? Again, if you feel like you're being caught short and you're not getting these opportunities available to you in time, then please feed back to me. I'm just trying to keep it as fair as possible. Obviously, we want the right people for the project, but just trying to distribute this work out as and where we can. That leads on to another area of trying to embed our work into different parts of the nation. We are headhunting key people in different areas to support bigger conversations. So if you do know key players in an area, they might be XLA, they might be LA, they might be an influential head teacher. Some of you have been coming to me with these names. We're trying to build more of a database and have a contemporary look at who are the movers and shakers. And in doing that, it allows us to speak more readily to the schools in that area, build more of a relationship, build more of a core strength around delivering PD in other areas, and so it's valuable to have these contacts in the area. Some of those contacts are actually you guys, which is great, but the more we have, the better, and the better relationships we have in the area, the more we can build around days of discovery or adding more sessions as and when we can. So if you do know anyone who you don't think we're contacting and saying, well, Discover Education should be definitely on the case of this lady or this gentleman, they really can help support what we're doing, then do let me know. Don't assume that I know, because I'm not the all-knowing, as is blatantly clear. So yeah, that's that bit. What else have we got here? Oh yes, just back to sessions as well. Be aware of these free web tools that we've been offering out as part of the sessions, things like Padlet, etc. They are on the change. Obviously, when it's free, you get what you pay for. And a lot of companies have put a hook in, and now they are making things chargeable. So we just need to be aware that if we are pushing any web tools that were originally free, we need to be understanding what the offering is now. So do have a check of them before your session. It's a bit embarrassing if you go in and say, yeah, try this, it's wonderful, and you get all this free, and you get all this free, and then you go on and it's asking you to subscribe for so much a month, and it can make us look a bit silly. And this is not something I've seen directly, it's just a word to the wise. A lot of you know about this already. It's just forewarned is forearmed. We'll keep changing things as we go at this end as well, and keep on top of what's happening with these tools, which are still wonderful, but at the end of the day, people are out to make a profit. These things don't just make themselves. Something that I wanted to mention from marketing is our Make Your World Bigger campaign. This was a huge success last summer holiday, and we are offering this out again. Please show it. It's on the discovereducation.co.uk website. Make Your World Bigger is a summer adventure, and it just helps pupils look at content that is from generally Video Zone, and it's free to air, so anyone can look at this, but it's something that keeps children's brains ticking over the summer. It's proven a really, really popular competition, and it talks about how you play and all the different things you need to do. There's 30 answers that they submit over the period of the summer holiday. Really great engagement for parents as well, and might be something that you want to recommend to your schools also. But that is on the website, Make Your World Bigger, and it's just freely making available some of our content so more pupils can enjoy it, and home can get involved too. So that is there. Please share far and wide. Just a quick rundown of the events that we've got coming up as well. Quite a lot on the calendar. Obviously, we're calming down a little bit for July now, but we've got loads of things going on in September moving forwards. I would like to think that we are acting a bit more nationally now. Hopefully you're noticing that there's some more things happening in your areas. We are having a real push on not becoming so London-centric. Again, the issue has always been that you put something on in London and they come in their droves, and it's great because you get big sign-ups and turnouts and everything's wonderful and everyone's happy. Then we put something on in Manchester or Tyneside and we just get dribs and drabs, and it's an absolute pain to get people to be released from the classroom. That's part of the issue. Of course, there's travel and everything else, but the fact is we have partnerships with schools nationally. We recognise that we need to just get over these hurdles. So looking at some of the events that are coming up, we have a Discovery Twilight session in Walsall, which is happening on the 17th of September. These are all on the events page, discovereducation.co.uk/events. Again, share these to your schools, make yourself aware of them, and then you can highlight them in the relevant areas. We have a Day of Discovery in Manchester. Again, any of these things float your boat or it's in your area, just drop me a line if there's a session or a gap that we can fit any of you in. Then I will do my best to make that happen. But have a read through. This is Tuesday the 18th of September, so back to back, and this is at the Sharp Project. So that'll be one of our big Day of Discovery events. And the other one we've got Day of Discovery wise is the 21st of November, and that is at Alexandra Palace, which Homer Broadcasting is going to be a fabulous event. Again, if you want to come as an attendee, I've got no issue with that at all. I know that some of you have done that in the past, and it's just a good way of mining some new ideas as well as anything else, or just discussing teaching and learning practices with other teachers. But those are up there. Please have a look. Please share with your relevant teachers when you go into the sessions. And there will be more bits and bobs going up as we move on too. Of course, we have our DENSI Summer Institute attendees going mid-July this month, and they'll be coming back all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed from North Carolina to spread the word far and wide with Discover Education. So look forward to that as well.